Okay, I will answer exam question from my teacher, namely the subject of pronunciation practice. Number 1. Explain based on your opinion why we need to learn pronunciation. The answering: the reason for learning pronunciation is to understand what the native speaker or native language speaker is saying. The article is that we often fail to understand what the native speaker is saying. Number 2. Explain the definition of vowel, long vowel, and short vowel, and give the example. The answering is: long vowel sounds like the name of the letter. For example, long sounds like the letter A. Long A sounds like the letter A. So, when does a vowel make a long vowel sound? This usually happens one of the two ways. The first way to make a long vowel sound is to put two vowels next to each other. When the two vowels appear next to each other, the word usually makes a long sound of the first vowel. This is the case in words like a bit, seat, mail, and boot. Notice how the word bit makes the long A sound and the word mail makes the long A sound. The second way to make a long vowel sound is to place an A at the end of a word. Placing an A at the end of a word also creates a long vowel sound. This happens in words like bake, bike, mood, mood. Notice how the word mood makes the long U sound and the word bike makes the long I sound. Example: boot, eat, feed, sheep, and etc. And short vowels. In my words, vowels do not make a long sound. They make a short vowel sound instead. How can you tell the difference? Finding short vowel is actually pretty easy. If it doesn't sound like any of the vowel letters, then you know it's short vowel. Short vowel usually sound like the following: A, I, O, U. I, A is in apple. E, as in egg. I, as in insect. O, ow, as in bog. U, as in tuck. Let's take another look at our example words from before: bag, bug, and bugle. Notice how the word bug does not have the long U sound that the word bugle does. The word bug has a short vowel sound. Example: bat, bag, cat, ten, etc. Number 3. Explain the definition of diphthong and give the example. A diphthong is a sound made by combining two vowels, like the O in the word oil. Diphthong comes from the Greek word diphthong. It literally means to have two voices. More specifically, diphthongs are related to vowels. Each vowel has its own short vowel sound and long vowel sound. So if they are two different vowel letters meet, then it is called a diphthong. However, if two vowels are the same in a row, as in boot or beer, then it is not a diphthong. Example: tone, like, fly, fire, dear, slow, toy, sure. Number 4. Explain on your best opinion why we need to spell the words correctly. My opinion is, knowing how to spell correctly helps others understand you. It also helps you understand more of what you read. The more you learn about spelling, the more you know about how words work. This knowledge can help you figure out what new words mean and how to pronounce them. Number 5. Explain the definition of homonym and give the example, at least 5 examples. We will recognize the term homonym. Homonyms also consist of 2 words, homo which means same and nym which means name. So, homonyms are a pair of words that have the same spelling and pronunciation but have different meanings. Don't confuse it with homograph, which has the same spelling but different pronunciation. Examples of homonyms are as follows: address, person spoken to; band, music group or bracelet; bright or smart; current or water current; kind, type or care. Number 6. Explain the definition of homophone and give the example, at least 3 examples. We're going to talk about homophones. Homophone consists of 2 words, namely home, which names same, and phone, which means sound. So homophones are a pair of words that have different spelling and different meanings, but sound the same. What are some examples? Break, menghancurkan; with break, rem; sell, with sell, menjual; for, untuk; with for, 4. And the last, explain the definition of homograph and give the examples, at least 3 examples. Homograph are words that are spelled the same but have different meanings and pronunciations. Homograph consists of 2 words, namely homo, which means same, and graph, which means writing. To discuss the meaning of a pair of homographs, you must pay attention to the context of a sentence. Examples of homograms include the following: accent, emphasis or emphasis, or someone's accent or accent; attribute, characteristic of a person or someone's belongings; bass, musical instrument or deep sound or fish type. Okay, thank you for listening, and the last essay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.